Hello students, in Unit 9 we are going to learn about heat and its effects. Contents are introduction, heat generation, effects of heat, increase of temperature, expansion, change of states of matter, color change, and the effects of heat to the environment. Before I start this lesson, imagine on a sunny day when you stand under the sun for about 5 minutes. What do you feel? You will feel a warmth. That means during the daytime the surrounding gets warm because of the sunlight. Does everything in the environment get warm equally? We'll see. To understand this, we have to do the activity 9.1. For this, you need a thermometer. First, you have to go under the large tree and get the reading on the thermometer. Then, go to a place where plenty of sunlight and again record the reading on the thermometer. Then again go to a place where running water and record your thermometer reading. Similarly, get the temperature reading near the dry soil as well as near the wet soil. You will understand that different places gets warm differently because of the sunlight. This you can observe in their temperature readings. There are extremely cold areas like icebergs and extremely hot areas like volcanoes in Earth. The normal body temperature of a human being is 37 degrees Celsius. Our body temperature does not change with environment's temperature. But there are some animals like lizard, frog and insects. They have the ability to change their body temperature according to the environment's temperature. Apart from this, there are some animals like polar bears. Their body is covered with fur and they also have a thick fat layer. This helps to maintain their body temperature even under the cold climate. The type of energy that is used to increase the temperature of some object is heat, and our main source of heat is the sun. Heat generation. Let's see how we can generate heat. Activity 9.2. By rubbing two surfaces of substances, we can generate heat. We can generate heat even by rubbing our palms. From this, we can understand that the friction between two surfaces can generate heat. Let's make a model of a solar water heater. Activity 9.3. You need a cardboard box, flexible plastic tube, pair of scissors, transparent sheet, sellotape, aluminium foil, black paint, and PVC pipe. First, you have to make two holes as shown in the figure on one side of the cardboard box. Then paste the aluminium foil inside this cardboard box. After that, wind the plastic tube around the PVC tube and apply black paint on the PVC tube. Then paste the PVC tube vertically in the box. Keep the glass sheet instead of the lid on the box and fix it with the gum tape. Now keep it set up under the direct sunlight. Then fix the rear end of the plastic tube to a tap and let some cold water in. Now check the temperature of the water that comes out from this end. You will observe that the water comes out from this solar water heater is hot. As I mentioned earlier, our main source of heat is sun. But there are other sources of heat as well. First one, by combusting fossil fuel. Example, coal, kerosene and natural gas, we can generate heat. Second, by using electrical appliances such as rice cooker, iron and hot plate. If you see carefully, there you can find a coil similar to this which helps to generate heat. We also can try to make a heating coil. Activity 9.4. For this, you need thin enameled copper wire, paper cutter, 2 dry cells and a pencil. First, you have to wind the wire around the pencil as shown in the figure, overlapping one another. Then connect the cells to the two ends of the wire for about 1 minute. Then if you check the coil carefully, you will observe that the coil is hot. Let's learn about effects of heat. We can observe changes in an object when we supply heat to it. There are several effects on objects. One is increase in temperature, expansion, change of states of matter, and the color change. These are some common effects of heat on objects. We'll study one by one. First one is increase of temperature. To further understand this, we'll do the activity 9.5. Here you need a beaker with water, a tripod, a spirit lamp, and a thermometer. Here we are going to observe how the temperature of water is changed. First, prepare this setup as shown here. Then, light up the spirit lamp and observe the change of temperature on the thermometer. Then, blow out the spirit lamp and observe how the temperature changes. If you see this experiment, you will observe how the temperature is increasing when heat is provided. And it stops at 100 degrees C. And that is the boiling point of water. Here you will see when heat is supplied, temperature of the water increased. Thus, the reading of the thermometer also increased. But while water is boiling, although the heat is provided, temperature doesn't change. Here, the water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. According to this, we can come to a conclusion that when heat is supplied, the temperature increases. When heat is released, the temperature decreases. To further understand this topic, we'll do the assignment 9.4. Take two equal sized beakers and put equal volume of water to one beaker and equal volume of coconut oil into the other beaker. Then heat both using two equal sized candles. Both the vessels should be heated for an equal period of time. Then, using thermometers, identify what is heated more. Here you will see the temperature of the coconut oil is higher than the temperature of the water. So, you can understand that even though both beakers are heated equally, their temperatures have not increased in equal amounts. So, you can clearly observe here the temperature of the oil is higher than that of the water. Expansion is another effect of heat. Before I explain this topic, we'll see how they have fixed the rails of a railway track. Have you ever observed this railway track? They have been fixed, keeping a gap between them. Why is that? To understand this further, let's do the activity 9.6 on expansion of solids. You need a marble iron loop which is smaller than the marble and wooden handle. Fix the iron wire with the loop to the wooden handle. Then heat the loop using a flame. Now check whether the marble can be sent through the loop. You will observe after the loop is heated through the flame, the marble can be easily passed through the loop. That is because while heating, the loop has expanded. If you see in this video, this metal ball cannot pass through the loop before it is heated. But after the loop is heated, the metal ball can be easily passed through the loop. Similarly, the expansion of solid is used while removing a metal lid from a bottle. When you heat the metal lid, you can easily remove it from a bottle. Heating the rim of the wheel of a cart before fixing it. When you heat the rim, it will be expanded and you can easily fix it to the wheel of a cart. Then finally, keeping a gap between rails. That is because the rails expand when it is heated. So now you will understand what is expansion. Expansion is if something becomes larger in size after heating, it is called expansion. Similarly, when the heat is taken off or cooled, things will get contracted. Now, let's learn about expansion of liquids. To understand this, we'll do the activity 9.7. For this, you need a glass bottle, rubber cork, empty pen tube, beaker, and ink or colored water. Take the rubber cork and make a hole in the middle. Then put the tube of pen through the hole. Then put ink into the bottle with water. Fix the cork to the bottle. Then place this setup inside the beaker containing hot water. After few minutes, you can observe the level of ink increases in the tube of pen. That means the water has expanded as it is heated. This video shows you how the liquid is expanded with heat. When it is immersed in the hot water, the level inside the tube is gradually increasing. And also you can see when it is kept in the cold water, the level is gradually decreasing. In this activity, you will observe the colored water level of the pen tube will increase gradually because the liquid inside the glass bottle expands by heat. A similar effect happens in thermometers as well. Thermometer. These thermometers contain alcohol or mercury as liquids, and these liquids expand with heat. Now let's learn about expansion of gases. For this, we'll do the activity 9.8. For this activity, you need a glass bottle, a coin, and a beaker. Take the glass bottle without a lid and apply some water in the mouth of the bottle. Then keep the coin on the mouth of the bottle and cover the mouth. Then place the bottle with the coin in the beaker containing hot water. After few minutes, you will observe that coin moves due to the expansion of gas. Similarly, you can use a balloon instead of the coin and observe what will happen to the balloon after few minutes. Change of states of matter is another effect of heat. By absorbing heat, the states of matter will change. For example, if you take ice cube, it is in solid state. When we supply heat to the ice cube, it will convert into water. Water is in liquid state. When we supply heat to the water, it will convert into water vapor. Water vapor is in gaseous state. Similarly, the change of state can occur due to release of heat. When water vapor is cooled, it turns into water. When water becomes cold, it turns into ice. The change in solid, liquid, and gas due to the heat is called change of states of matter. change of state. By doing the activity 9.9, you will observe the changes of state. For this activity, you need candle, box of matches, metal tube, and a white cardboard. We all know that candle is made up of solidified wax. Here, the liquid wax can be observed when the candle is lighted up. The wax vapor is seen in the dark region which is in the middle of the flame. So here you have to enter this metal tube into the middle of the flame and keep another flame on this end of the metal tube. Soon after you have placed another flame on the other end of the metal tube, a flame will appear at the other end of the metal tube. That is because the wax vapor in the middle of the flame travels through the metal tube towards the other end. So it produces the flame on the other end when we keep another flame. To further understand the changes of states, let's do the assignment 9.7. Here, you have to hold a plate to the steam that goes out from the spout of a kettle. Soon after, you will observe some water droplets on the plate. That is because the steam changes its state from gaseous state to the liquid state. To further understand it, let's do the assignment 9.8 as well. Take some wax, camphor balls, jack latex, and tar. Keep them in a lid of a tin and heat. What melts quickly? First, wax will start to melt. Then, camphor balls starts to melt. After that, jack latex. At last, tar will start to melt. Color change is another effect of heat. In a smithy, when a piece of metal is heated, first it turns to red and then to orange color. When it is further heated, it turns to yellow color. Here we are going to heat an iron nail and let's see how the color changes. First, it will change into red and then to orange and then to yellow and finally it will change to white color. A similar phenomenon occurs when electric energy is provided to a small filament torch bulb. When the electric energy is supplied, first it will turn to red then orange color, then it turns to yellow color, and at last it will turn to white color. The reason for this color change is the transformation of electric energy to heat energy. To understand this, we'll do the activity 9.10. For this, you need filament bulb, dry cell, variable resistor, and switch. Prepare a circuit using above materials as shown in this diagram. Control the current with this variable resistor and increase the current gradually and observe the change of color of the filament. Here, your observations will be the color change from red to orange to yellow, and at last it will turn to white color. So far we have studied the heat and its effects, and now we'll see the effects of heat to our environment. You may have seen the effect of sunlight during a drought. There are several changes occurs in our environment, such as occurrence of drought, occurrence of forest fire, glaciers of the poles start melting because of the increase of environmental heat. Sea levels will rise up. The small islands face the threat to be drowned in the sea. All of these occur due to the heat. Due to human activities, our environment temperature is increasing day by day. Therefore, the many serious problems may occur in the future. To avoid these problems, heat must be used efficiently and with caution.